Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Viewer discretion is advised.
If you just know you're that girl,
Yeah.
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
What if you don't wake up feeling like that girl? How do you be that girl?
You need to go back to sleep and wake back up again so you can feel like that girl.
There you have it, child. That's why I feel like I'm the T. I feel like I'm the T because I work at being the T. Like, no shade. I'm not the T just because a bunch of bitches like me and live for me because we all homegirls. I'm the T because I'm the motherfucking T. And that's just sad. I mean, that's just what it is. People legit in the world love to live for foolishness. Love to live for foolishness. You love to live for your bald head homegirl that just bald head whole shit. It's clear that I'm working at being the C, so girl, let me be the C. Like, give me that. Give me my flowers.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, follow me on Instagram at YBSpeaks and TikTok at YBSpeaks, currently under reconstruction. Okay? Child, let's just skip, okay, to my Lou. All right, somewhere over the rainbow, up in the sky. Girl, let me tell you something, girl. This episode, child, we got to get into the things. But before we get into the things of those things, I want to first address my filth from the last review. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I really am. I need to be nicer. I need to be less judgmental. Girl, that's a lie. Girl, even my body is like, girl, you know you lying, girl. Bitch, we finna gag you in front of your audience, girl. You know you lying, hoe. Child. Okay. I'm gonna put in the effort, right, to be less of a bitch. All right? I look back at my last review and some of the comments I made about Mother and the skirts and the beard, and you know, the comments I made about Chloe and the whole, you know, femininity or lack thereof, child. I felt like it was a little too far. Yeah, it was a little too far. So I apologize for that. Moving forward, I'm going to do my best. Not saying I'm gonna, girl, not saying that I'm gonna be able to actually do it 100%. Okay, girl, we gonna try. All right, we gonna try. Baby steps. But when you're trying to change thine ways, girl, baby steps, okay, are needed, required, and desired. We can't just do cold turkey. I can't just stop being a bitch overnight. This takes time, girl. Love takes time. Okay, period. I also wanted to, before we get into the show and breaking down this episode, I wanted to say this. I know that we're having fun. I know that we're laughing. But I want to be very honest about something here. Now that web reality has taken the opportunity to have moments that actually affect you know, everyday people, real life people. When we have conversations about politics and you know, race and religion and things like that, we step into a different type of realm where we have to be cautious. We have to be more careful and more aware, hello God, of the topics and conversations at hand. Because once you say some shit, there's no going back from that. And these topics are linked to personal belief systems. So when you constantly make certain jokes, certain jabs, certain reads, they're consistent, it shows that that's what you truly believe. So a read is it's no longer a read anymore. It's no longer a shit and giggle, hello God. It is now linked to, oh, this is how you really feel about some shit. Right? So we got to be honest here. So Jet Jeff is Peruvian. His album, The Peruvian Prince, right? He is Peruvian. We've been introduced to Jet Jeff the Peruvian, not Jet Jeff the Mexican, right? So when we talk about Jet Jeff being a Mexican and these being his cousins and his brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, twins type shit, where you been? It's very disrespectful. And when you say, oh, they all look alike, what if, right, someone said that about us? You know, like what if someone said that about us? Not once, not twice, but on multiple occasions, someone said that about us. We would be so quick to run down on their motherfucking ass and wear them out in the streets of life. We will be calling them all kind of racists and bigots. Is it because we're black you think we all look alike? Right? We need to be careful. We need to be more mindful, cutesy, and demure bitch on how we are voicing, hello God, how we feel about these people. All right. Anyway, so this episode starts off, child, where we were last time, child, down to Jet Jeff's pink party. And it's just like the final, you know, aftermath of the would-be melee child between Donnie Moon and the rest of the girls. So I love the advice that Jayla gave. I'm here for it, girl. Don't ever let nobody come up in your mix, try to disturb your peace. You done spent your coins on this event, honey. You done it. Every time Jet Jeff puts something together, it is top tier. Period. Every time I've seen a situation, and you know money was spent. Okay? We can address beef at a later date, but not in a situation where I have fronted the coin, we're trying to have a good time, and I'm working, and we're filming. Girl, you're not going to get a moment over here, Miss Moon. Okay? So Jet Jeff premiered his music video. I'm not going to lie. I really couldn't get into it the way I wanted to get into it, girl. I don't know if it was the filming. I don't know if it was the audio. It felt like it was a bunch of shit. And I just really could not get into it. And again, I feel like that moment was, you know, overshadowed by the foolishness with Miss Moon. Everyone seemed to enjoy. I didn't see no bopping, I didn't see no weaving, but we know how the camera can play tricks on our eyes. Everyone said that it was cute. Jayla said that it was cute. Mother was the only one who had a problem. And I want to speak to this. Confessionals. Okay? Shout out to the Chasing panel. Shout out to TTB. And shout out to me. Because when you're a good reviewer, you pay attention to all of the things of those things. Some things are worth mentioning, some things are not worth mentioning. But this is definitely worth mentioning. The confessionals are designed, we know, they are taped a long time after the actual scene that you're presiding over has taken place. We get that. So in knowing that, you need to speak to the feelings, hello God, of the moment that you are presiding over. I don't give a fuck how you feel in that moment of the confessional. That is irrelevant. So production, Markel, reel these girls in, honey, and let them know that the confessionals are designed to talk about how you felt in the moment that you are presiding over in the confessional. Period. That's one thing that is easily fixable. Because I don't like that we're seeing that mother, you live for Jeff in the scenes, but then in the confessionals, girl, it's like you're reading for filth. There's obvious animosity, there's obvious issues. And this isn't the first time that we've seen this kind of shit happen. We've seen it many times before. We need to fix that. So after, Jeff's event, and there was it looked like there was more than 25 people there. So again, I don't know what mother was talking about. But anyway, after that, child, we meet up with Rachel, and I want to say this about Rachel. Rachel is so beautiful. Rachel is calm, cutesy, demure. It's giving what's needed, required, and desired. I do live for Rachel. The beauty line situation. I feel like you should have had an idea already, some type of proof of concept already, going into the creation of your beauty line. What's the name? What's the packaging look like? What are the the research and development, of it all? What does that look like so far? That way, when you're going to the table to actually design maybe a prototype or bring a piece of your vision to life, a mock-up, so to speak, I just want to see more. Again, we're trying to get emotionally invested. I appreciate the beginning process, but this is too beginning for me. Will there be enough time to see this laid out before us as we progress in the season? You cannot be a mother. Well, actually you can, because this shit going on right now with real biological families. Again, you're never too old to have to learn. I will say that. We all have to learn. And obviously I'm talking about Rachel discussing her relationship situation. Girl, she's letting the kids know that, honey, she got a man that, a hobosexual girl, the niggas that will use those big old dicks, their charm, hello God, their stroke game to lay you out to pasture, girl. And next thing you know, after speaking in tongues all night long, bitch, honey, okay. Girl, after them buns have been cracked, honey, okay. After he done throat you down, girl, you don't know what to do. Girl, you look up one day and realize it's been 30 days later. Bitch, it's 30 days later, girl, this nigga's still up in your house. AC jumping, Wi-Fi jumping. He got good coochie, good mouth on the side whenever he want, girl. You cooking. But those are not good examples to set for your children. But like I said before, I just had the thought, like, girl, it's happening now with bitches who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s. You got a lot of people. Girl, look at life after lockup. Look at all these fools out here in the world making all these weird ass mistakes because they lack the self-love. So they put up with anything. And I think what it is too in our community, especially for a lot of, the trans community, I can only imagine, and not just y'all, I'm gonna be real, it's across the board for straights, the gays, everybody, girl. We just want to have someone there. We know they don't want to be seen with us in the daytime. That's what she said too. I don't want to be with someone who just wants me in the house. Love me openly, outwardly, publicly, right? But a lot of times, as we see with Rachel And it's very relatable. Girl, the realness of it all, it's only episode 2. We don't know you like that. The fact that you're vulnerable enough to be able to tell that. Some would say you're dumb for it. I kind of teeter on the edge of like, girl, yeah, that is kind of stupid. I wouldn't be letting these girls know my business, especially, you know, those are your friends. I'm quite sure they already knew that. We don't really need to know that. But at the same time, we talk about being emotionally invested, and how do we do that? By being relatable. That is relatable. I've been a dumb bitch too. Hello, God. Raise your hand if you've been a dumb bitch. Hello, God. So it's, we get it. I totally get it. It's very real. It happens. But again, I think it goes back to recognizing your worth. It's crazy because in your confessional, you're popping your shit, but the reality is you obviously don't believe that, because behind closed doors, you're letting this man lay up. And if you didn't have any emotional connection with him whatsoever, or any types of feelings whatsoever, why wasn't he out your house after he was done cracking those buns? Girl, cause let me tell you something, how I roll now in my life. You know, in many, many moons, girl, hello God, cause I'm an old cunt. Girl, once you're done cracking these buns, girl, girl, in the words of Louise F. Baby, gonna please say the baby, honey, okay? Once I come to my senses. We get, girl, what you doing? You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Girl, once buns are cracked, girl, hello God, once we have sung, girl, hello God, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Girl, once we have done the things of those things, girl, now if you're talking about let's go seconds and thirds, I'm down with that. I'm a greedy cunt, okay? But girl, once we realize, because you kind of know, you can know if we're gonna go into overdrive, hello God, if we want to push full throttle and go for a second or third, fourth round. Once the buns are cracketh, okay, hello God, once the cheeks are done clappeth, and you look at each other like, okay, and one of y'all start putting on y'all clothes first, oh girl, it's time to go. There's no pie laying, girl. Oh, you got something to eat? No, bitch, I don't. Girl, please. You could, the most you can do is you can take a shower. That's about it. There's no cooking food, having snacks. There's none of that. No. Sorry, girl. No. That's how you have to live your life, baby. Period. Hopefully by now, in this very moment, hello God, you have this is not happening with you right now. Okay? Now, I want to say this too. Are you okay? Because we know these types of dudes, they beat the girls. So my other question is, are you okay? Has this man put his hands on you? You didn't say nothing to the effect, but why would you be so scared to tell this man he got to get the fuck on? Yes, we understand the DOC is doing what it needs to do, but is this man pressuring you, threatening you, abusing you in some way to make you feel like you don't have any power or control in your own home? So I think we all need to, while we're out here laughing it up and shit, ask that question, because sorry to bring this up, girl, but it's public knowledge that Ariel O'Hara, girl, went through something similar. Now, I don't know about the whole laying up, you know, but I know she was going through an abusive situation, child. That was live over here on the platform. That was a heartbreaking moment to realize that throughout her time in filming and all the things that she was going through, she was being, you know, abused at home. We see how the girls can walk through life with a smiling, girl. We don't know what these girls are going through late in the midnight hour when them doors are closed. Okay? God bless you, Rachel, girl. Moving on. Next we have Tedley. He's late to a dinner, girl, that he's invited the girls to. That's Tedley. Tedley will be late to his own funeral, girl. And I think what it is, you know, his eye. It's kind of hard to, girl, it's kind of hard to, you know, see. It's kind of hard to tell direction, girl. Hello, God. He's probably like Finding Nemo, you know, spinning around and around and around. You know, sorry to the girls. You always gonna catch a little stray, girl. I told you, God ain't through with me yet, bitch. Okay? I'm trying, girl. But Tedley was late, girl. You know, Mother is there. Donnie is there, girl. Zesty is there. And Glenn is there. Because Zesty just popped up out of nowhere, child. To start, girl. That's when they all got popping, okay? But first who was there was Tedley, Mother, Glenn, and Donnie. And, you know, Tedley invited Donnie out because he wanted to kind of, you know, get to know him and try to have some understanding of what the fuck was going on between him and, you know, Jet Jeff down to the Pink event. Donnie Moon, child, she gives the backstory, and apparently it ain't, she thinks it has something to do with her, but all I really took from that was that's a 7 Deep situation. He talking about 7 Deep and what 7 Deep was talking about from last season. Girl, let me tell you something. As he's breaking all this shit down, I'm just thinking to myself, girl, all of this energy to a situation that really ain't got nothing to do with you or to do with you personally, you think that he was dissing you in a song. But I'm just saying though, like they say fight force with equal force, right? I'm just trying to understand, like, Miss Moon girl, I'm looking at the energy in which you're serving. It's not needed, required, or desired for all of that, baby. And don't you think a simple conversation would get you, you know, you get more bees with honey, bitch. Don't they say that? Hello, guy. Okay, period. It just didn't make sense to me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Tedley be looking good, girl. His confessional, I have not had not one thing to say about Tedley's look, whether scene or confessional. Tedley is serving the truth, girl. Them girls are paying their rent on time. Let me tell you something, girl. The HOA girls, y'all are paying your rent on time, girl. Tedley is out here serving truth and justice in the fashions department. He's getting best dressed for me thus far, period. That thing that he had in his confessional, girl, that was serving, girl. It was serving. Keep doing it, Tedley. I'm living for the fashions, girl, period. Girl Zesty shows up. And I'm Glenn to the bullshit, because I wish a bitch would try to start something with me because I wasn't smoking the hookah or whatever. Who gives a fuck? Glenn had the right facial expressions. Because, girl, what are we talking about here? Girl, you're looking for another bitch looking for a moment. Zesty was living for you until you were getting too zesty. Like, this is nitpicking as fuck. Like, girl, like, and Donnie Moon, like, what is the tea? Y'all girls are really looking for your moment, girl. Donnie, I see what you're doing, boo. You're trying to sway the black vote. Like a saltine Republican, girl, during election season, girl. It's a no for me because I can see what you're trying to do. But I will say this before I step on further. Shout out to the mixed girls. Hello, God. You got Donnie Moon and Chloe, the black and white girls. As we see with most black and white people, depending on how they were raised, we choose black. We are in touch with our black roots, our culture, our community. Hello, God. But I can tell when you have those fake Martin Luther Kingers. Okay, Miss Moon Girl, Miss Sailor Moon Girl. I don't really like that too much, because I'm all about truth and justice over here. I'm all about the black power over here, girl. But the way in which I saw through a lot of that bullshit you was trying to sway it your way. Especially by calling out, oh, y'all people's finna get out of here. Girl, you sound like you from New York, first of all. You from Oklahoma, people talk like that? Don't be mad because your people's finna gotta get out of here. Girl, Miss Moon talked about Sean, girl, and how Sean basically, girl, this ain't no Toy Story, bitch. Jet Jeff, you thought you had a friend. You got a friend in me. Girl, to infinity and beyond my ass, bitch. Hello, God. Tell the truth. Miss Moon has receipts, and Mother is here for all of it, girl. One thing I'm saying I live for about Mother is Mother admitted that she's going to be the bone carrier, girl, and she's going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help her God. I live for a bitch who stands 10 toes down in her shit. You have friends, right? And see, a lot of people, you have friends because you're looking for someone to agree with you 100% of the time. A real friend is going to call you out on your bullshit 100% of the time. They might feed into your delusions, but it's to a point, girl. Okay, now you know you lying, bitch. You know you wrong, bitch. And that's what I live for about Mother. And with age comes that type of grace and understanding. So Mother is definitely growing on me. I'm living for the common sense of it all, the sensibility of it all, the way in which, girl, I will gather my closest, my nearest and dearest if you get out of pocket or if you're on some bullshit. So shout out to Mother. Jayla's hosting a content creator event. It's not an event, it's at your apartment. There's no decorations, there's no finger foods, there's no camaraderie that we got to see as viewers that would indicate that there's something going, a workshop is happening here, there's some connection. This felt like, you know those girls on TikTok, girl, it felt like one of those moments, girl. Like you just had a quick kickback with your homegirls and them. They say you're the shit. They say, I don't know about Jayla. They say that Jayla is the shit when it comes to the content. I have yet to see it. Why aren't we promoting her page? I just have that question. Why? I don't know who you are in this space. Everyone's saying this in the show of who you are and what you represent to the content creating community. I need to see it. Okay, period. Kelly does something to me. I really live for her for some reason. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna need a little more though to go off of, you know, friend of the show vibes. You know, but if we're gonna see you, I need to kind of be more invested in you. So I need more for you, but I do live for you. For some reason, your energy seems really good. Child, Rio is meeting up with his employees. This is my thing though, it's 2025. Is there a use for the service that he's trying to provide? I know that Dallas is obviously different than from where I'm from, and the party life is much, you know, more of a thing. I'm just wanting to know, like, drop that in the comments. Do we need, require, or desire that service? I don't know. But shout out to him, do your thing. In that same vein, Rio is doing him and his company were hired to do a grand opening, and we didn't really get to see much of that because you know, Mother out here serving truth and justice, carrying these bones back to the royals, honey. Okay, and everybody came out. Not one, not two, not three. Everybody damn near came out, girl. Chloe, girl, I know I said I was gonna do better, but girl, please, I'm on my weight loss journey, girl. Y'all want to wear these things, and it's just not flattering. I'm just gonna be honest with you, baby. It's just not flattering. And I saw you were on the Chasing panel. I appreciate you telling the truth about that hair. When you said that, when you were talking about the vision you were going for, I understood immediately. Y'all know how the girls do that wet back look? Not, ooh, girl. Girl, I'm telling the truth. I did not mean that, girl. I did not mean it, girl. I did not mean it at all, girl. Tell the truth. I did not mean it, girl. Forgive me. But the wet look, the wet and wavy, like it's like a here and then press down, shaking, covering with over vibes. It's giving wet, hello God, and curly. I totally get it. But that thing, huh, that thing said not today. This thing, I'll be back. Girl, that thing said I'll be moving back, girl. But I just need, y'all need to really pay attention to what it is you're trying to achieve. That's all I'm gonna say. But Mother, you know, is letting Jeff know that, girl, even though Sean is my homegirl, I gotta let you know, girl, she's parading around here like she your friend, but she's inviting your enemies to apply for the show. And you know what? I appreciate that. Like I said, Mother, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. I live for it. But I want to let you know, be warned, girl. We saw this with Trey Howard, and he was a very coveted member of the cast, girl. I still live for Trey Howard for this day, honey. But when you become the Bone Killer, be prepared, girl. In the words of Scar, bitch, be prepared, girl, because, honey, when it's time, just make sure all your information is accurate and you can stand 10 toes down in it. I feel like Mother has the skin for it. I don't think many people gonna be trying her like that because her aura is auraing in that regard, okay? I'm just saying though. Next we have, the last but not least, child, we have Jeff meets up with Sean, and he has receipts, girl, and he's, you know, confronting the situation. Like, what is the tea? Like, and Sean, by you laughing, really did not make it better. It kind of, as a viewer, right? And I know that in the next episode, we're probably going to finish out that scene. But as of right now, judging it how I see it, it's giving not a good friend. It's giving, like, your friend is trying to say that, girl, I don't feel like you're being my friend. You're coding with the enemy, girl. Sorry, y'all, that coating, that was my old foster grandmother, her southern ass child. Hello, God. You coating with the enemy. How do we go from I'm finna stomp the yard your ass in these text messages, I'm gonna beat you and your friend up, or whatever that conversation was about, to, oh girl, you and Jeff got issues, here's a link to the show. So you wanna be a producer. That's what that is, girl. You wanna be a producer. But Sean, you cannot get mad because people are calling it out. Jeff is feeling the way that he's feeling, because it is fucked up. You can't call yourself my friend and be having these back alley conversations with my enemies. But see, this is where we have to have the conversation where we need to start letting these girls know, stop calling everybody your damn friend. Friends are in real low supply these days, bitch. And especially when we're talking about web reality or any type of television shows or reality shows, girl. And unfortunately, within our own damn community. If these girls ain't been your day ones, then 9 times out of 10, girl, they're not meant to be around that long. Stop calling everybody your damn friend. Stop telling everybody your damn business. Because when you have situations like this happen, you looking crazy. You have to now address said friend about their allegiance, their possible treachery. And nothing hurts worse than that, thinking that you got a friend. Child, please. So Sean, don't be mad. You being called to the carpet of life, girl, yet again. Your loyalties are in question. Period. Now, I will say this. Sean was definitely there in episode 1, protecting the gates. We have seen Sean show up for said friends in certain capacities. That's like the only real thing that's saving you from the dragging of a lifetime. But ultimately, seeing how you move that wishy-washy shit is not acceptable in anyone's sight. These are tough times right now. Bitches don't want to be vulnerable for these very reasons right here. Trust, or lack thereof. Anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully y'all live for the episode. I felt like all in all it was cute. There were some filler scenes. Definitely the Jayla scene. I'm gonna, as someone who's an alleged famed content creator, I expected more from that, to be honest with you. I want to see more. Like, we're in episode 2. Are you guys putting together reels to advertise your businesses? Zesty, we appreciate the gift giving of the lip gloss or whatever that was, girl. Where's the link? Why wasn't there more of a conversation behind that? Even if it was a minute. Hello, God. When you guys are having these products, you have more than enough time after they're done editing the show and all this shit to get you some ad space, girl. Chloe, what's the link? I shouldn't have to just go to your Instagram. Where's the link for the show? So I need that to be a conversation around. A lot of the girls got these businesses. Let's link these girls, and it's your girls' responsibility to make little small reels. You can make little videos, little TikToks and shit like that. Make one talking about your business. Get something out of your season, girl. Period. All right? Anyway, that's all I got. Y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember, the health is truly wealth. And until the next video, guys, y'all take care. Bye.